The first center, Center 1, is the center that has all the stuff from the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. And again, this stuff is really fragile. I have most of the stuff set up here with some of the handouts, and then you'll see over there. I don't know if you want to like videotape the stuff really fast. Like grab it and show it. So there's all the specimens.
Want a close up?
Nah, it's all good. So the whole point to this center is to examine defense strategies of plants and animals by observing adaptations displayed in the samples. We are still finding people who are running this center when I am substitute teaching here and stuff, and kids are walking around with the samples. They're not treating them really carefully, and so I just reiterate again, have them sit down. They can do a 2-finger touch. They can use the magnifying glasses, but we do not want them walking around with this type of stuff or being rowdy in any kind of way. So there are many different things listed here with little numbers that correlate with what's over here. We have a stingray tail spine, which is pretty cool. The kids will be really interested in this stuff. We have a scorpion, a tarantula, a giant scorpion. And I read earlier today that the venom is 15 times stronger than on a rattlesnake with the giant scorpion. We have a paper wasp and nest, porcupine quills. Some of the stuff here has little handouts where it's going to give you more information, and you're just going to have to like leaf through everything ahead of time. I highly recommend, if you choose Center 1, to come in the day before or quite a bit earlier than when ELF is going to start and actually read through some of these handouts, because then you'll be more knowledgeable on each individual item. Let's see, we have a turtle shell. We have poison dart frog models. So these are not real poison dart frogs, but they're models of them. And these are highly toxic. Their brilliant colors serve as a warning to predators. And they have enough venom in them to kill 10 grown men. So that's kind of a cool fact you might want to jot down that I didn't say in the outline. We have a bighorn sheep horn. And one thing, there's a whole bunch of handouts on the horns. But one thing is females can have horns too. Buffalo, sheep, goats, and antelopes, and caribou. The women, or the female ones usually are sharper and smaller than the males, and they're used to protect their babies more than anything. We have a prickly pear with a handout. So this is one of the plants that we have with the adaptations. And then I also read on the internet that the prickly pear is like used a huge amount in medicine to help lower your cholesterol and what else? To lower your blood sugar levels. So that's kind of a cool fact. We've got a yucca sample. I personally think that if you guys have some of these things growing in your yard, that is going to be better to go grab some of your own samples or whatever rather than using some of these. So anything you want to bring into this center, it can only add to make it better. We have a rattlesnake rattle. And the museum gal said that the kids can actually take some of these things out and be really careful if you're holding them. But she said this is not held together by anything. It's just like all nature here. And there are actually 24 species of rattlesnakes, and all are famous for their rattle. Let's see, rose stem with the thorns, pine needles. I'm going to throw in some extra stuff. Like I said, feel free to bring some stuff in on your own. Okay, so as you are showing them this stuff, you're going to be asking them questions. They want to know what different defense strategies are used by plants and animals to avoid being eaten. They should try to determine what defense strategy it is. So we've listed some samples here, like are they prickly? Do they have a hard shell? Are they slimy? Are they camouflaged? Do they have thorns? And then what animals might try to eat the sample, plant or animal? How does the defense adaptation help keep the plant or animal from being eaten? And how might a predator overcome any of the defenses that are displayed? So you want to ask a lot of probing questions. And then ask students to think of any plant or animal that uses a similar defense strategy. So for example, cactuses and porcupines would be really similar because they've got the prickly stickers on them. So that is that in a nutshell. It lists up on the top observation worksheets. You guys can cross that out. You're just gonna talk in this one. They don't need to write anything down. You want them to be handling the stuff and using the magnifying glasses, so no need to fill out anything. And then, so if you are looking around for stuff to bring in, you could look for thistles, fuzzy leaves if it's, you know, far enough into the spring, or other plants. And then with each one of these things, like I said, some of them have like the posters to go with them and some of them don't. So you'll just have to look through it ahead of time. And that is about it for Center 1. Thanks.